Hello, it's Danielle Smith, your local realtor and your community enthusiast. So here we are at the San Juan Capistrano Chamber of Commerce, and the San Juan Capistrano Chamber of Commerce is very dear to my heart. I was on the board, I'm an ambassador, and so we're going to speak with the director of the chamber, Ben Medina, and we're going to learn a lot more about what the chamber has to offer, why join a chamber, and the ins and outs of being a part of the Chamber of Commerce. So let's go inside and take a look. So we've made it inside, and today we get to speak with Benjamin Medina. He's the director of the San Juan Capistrano Chamber of Commerce. He is also a dear friend. We've known each other throughout the years, throughout different Chamber of Commerces.
Yes.
Yes. So I just want to jump right into it. So we're at San Juan Capistrano, but what does the San Juan Capistrano Chamber do? What does it do for, if someone didn't know what a chamber does, what do they do for businesses, community, etc.?
You know, that's a question that I get a lot,
Yes.
and it's not a simple answer, actually. I can go in many different ways, but probably the most common way I could describe it would be we are the economic development engine of the community.
Mm-hmm.
And so how we accomplish that is through a variety of methods, like bringing in new businesses into town, providing event and community-oriented events throughout the community that will drive tax revenue. That's another thing another point I always make. We are the tax revenue drivers of the community. So we like to not only bring business into town, but keep business insulated within town.
Yeah.
You know, we have 324 members as of this morning, businesses that we represent throughout the community.
Fantastic.
And that is, that number has gone up exponentially in the last year with the economic growth. But that's a testament to the work that we've been working on about bringing businesses into the community, providing our membership, our 324 members now, with different opportunities to get involved, get marketed, be visible, so that way we can help fostering their business to grow.
Chamber has done a lot in general, and it's been around. It's one of the oldest chambers of commerce, I believe, or it hit 100. It hit 100 years not too long ago.
We're 102 years old
There we
now.
go. Yeah.
I would say we're not the oldest in Orange County. I think Anaheim has us beat. We still have the status as the birthplace of Orange County.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yes. Well, the chamber is amazing to be a part of if someone isn't. Now, what's the process if someone wanted to be a part of the chamber? Do they have to have a business in town?
No, you actually don't have to have a business in town. You just have to have a desire to want to do business in town.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have a lot of businesses that are within our neighboring cities, San Clemente, Dana Point, that find membership valuable within San Juan Capistrano. You know, whether you're in the hospitality industry, or maybe you're trying to have a draw of the clientele of San Juan.
Yeah.
If you're a dentist, if you're a lawyer, you know, this is a place that you still want to market your business. So you don't have to have a business in San Juan, but you might find that there is opportunity here for you.
Well, it's very true, because like for my business in real estate, I'm a member of San Juan, San Clemente, and Dana Point.
And your office is in?
Technically in Capo Beach, and yeah, in Dana Point. I live in San Juan. I went to high school in San Clemente, but this is like my Tri-City area.
Do you do more business in San Juan?
You know what? This last handful of years, it's been around the three of them. So maybe that's also too, like San Clemente, San Juan, and Dana Point. I like to, say I've got one in San Juan right now, had one in Dana Point earlier, and a couple in San Clemente earlier this year.
And for that reason is why we like to be very, very supportive of our neighboring chambers, especially our little Tri-City spot here of San Clemente and Dana Point being our really great and supportive neighbors that we like to have strong chambers alongside of us.
That does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, because we are tapping into, we're tapping the same markets, the same clienteles.
Yeah, perfect. So in regards to the membership, I know that I started as a resident member. So the opportunities for residents, they don't have to have a business technically. If they want to be involved in the Chamber of Commerce, they can join.
No, yeah, residents often join the chamber because they're looking for more ways to get involved in their community. Yeah. Maybe some of the community events that we put on, like our upcoming Vintage Wine Walk. You know, we've had a lot of people show up, residents that wanted to volunteer for that.
Yeah.
But, it's also a way for residents to actually get to know their business owners throughout the community. So that way they know who they're supporting. So
Very true.
It's vice versa. It's a networking opportunity for the businesses to get to know not just other businesses, but their residents they're serving, their constituencies.
Yeah, that's right. Because I started off as a resident, and then I became an ambassador. Then I was asked to be on the board, and then back to ambassador. And it's become one of my networking and my community involvement. Bullets that I like to do in my life. That's part of what I like to do, is to involve myself in the community, and being part of the chamber is definitely part of it. So with that said, the chamber has so many events. You probably could ramble a bunch off of your head.
Oh yeah.
But what do you do? Is there monthly events, and then is there yearly events? And let's talk about those events.
Yeah, I mean, we have our monthly events that kind of center around the membership. Networking mixers, an opportunity for the membership to come together and see visit with each other, network, and also visit whoever's going to be hosting our mixer. We just had one a couple nights ago at Rosewood Social, and it was an opportunity for a lot of the membership to come see a restaurant that they'd never been to before. They never tasted their food. They weren't aware that they had a happy hour, and it gave them an opportunity to try it, see something new. And we do that every single month to get these businesses exposure. And then we have a lunch local every month as well. That's I really like doing that because as a nonprofit organization, and like so many of the nonprofits in town, we're always asking for things, right? We're always asking, for donations from our local businesses, especially our restaurants. But it's our opportunity to give back and tell the entire membership, we're going to go here for lunch today. And we are going to probably make their entire day's business in one fell swoop. We're not asking them for any donations or anything. We're just saying, everyone come here, support a local business, support your local, the staff that works there. On a second Thursday of the month, we do this. And it gives a little bit of an economic boost to that business that otherwise would have normally had probably a slow day.
It's very true.
Because the weekends, obviously, dining establishments are very busy. But it's time and labor for these businesses to be open during the week. So we like to give that a little bit of an extra boost. We're going to be starting a networking breakfast series coming up in October. And that'll be in coordination with the SBDC, the Small Business Development Center, to bring some more educational programs to the membership on how to take advantage of marketing their business and business plans, and how to use courses on how to use AI in your business, or marketing seminars and things like that the businesses can take advantage of. So that's going to be something that's going to be on a regular occurrence. But we have all these little things, government affairs lunches that everyone can kind of get an update from their local, state, and federal and county levels of government. To kind of get an update on what's going on and projects that are happening, whether we bring in, our local, our congressman or our county supervisor or even our own city manager, to kind of give a little bit more detailed count of everything that's happening in their district or in San Juan. And so the membership often enjoys coming to those every single month. But we have our annual events.
Your annual events.
Our annual events, we're going to be bringing kind of a new event in, which is going to be the Vintage Wine Walk. And this is an opportunity to have the community come out and support the local restaurants. And we'll be doing a check-in at Rancho Capistrano Winery. This is October 4th.
Okay, coming up.
And everyone's going to get, for $50, everyone's going to get a glass. They're going to get 12 tasting tickets. They're going to be able to meander through all the different restaurants around town that are chamber members and try a sample of their food and get a sample of the wine that they're pouring. And it's going to drive people into town between the hours of 1 and 6 o'clock. And hopefully by the time 6 o'clock happens, and after quite a few sips of wine, people are going to be hungry and they're going to be dining in town.
They will.
Yeah.
Go on there. I love that that's going to come back.
Yeah. And then, we do our, a lot of special events like our annual installation, which you've attended and been a part of for a long time. That's just an opportunity to, thank the outstanding businesses and nonprofits and volunteers that we have in this community. So, we had the Business of the Year award where we presented at that time, and we bring out, who the nonprofit of the year is going to be. We call that the Cornerstone Award.
Yeah.
And then, our volunteers, our Citizen of the Year.
Yep.
Which this last year was former Mayor Joe Soto, and people were very happy about that award.
That's good.
I know that you've been an award recipient at other chambers.
Yes, well, I get involved, I get around,
Yeah.
in a good way. A good way.
But yeah, that's another annual event that we have. Traditionally, we host the State of the City, which is an opportunity for the mayor to come out and do a public address, and the community comes out for that.
So much.
There's a lot of events. I think that at some point we probably do maybe 3 or 4 within a month's time frame. We'll be at the San Juan Summer Nights concerts this week,
Right.
serving beer and wine in the park, and that's an opportunity to showcase our local flavors. Kappa Leisure House, to showcase their beer, and Rancho Capistrano Winery, and Native Hands Wines, two wine labels that are, born here within the city, and we get to showcase them.
Much.
Yeah, so we're always doing something. It's never a dull moment.
It isn't a dull moment. And it's like the networking, the lunch locals you talked about, those are a little intimate, and anyone can go. So anyone can go to these. If you are a member, though, you do get a discount because you've paid your member dues, and then you get a discount on these events. But it's open to the public to attend if they want to. They have to register, ideally online, on your website, so you can keep track of everything going on.
We want the community to come out,
Yes.
especially when we have ribbon cuttings for new businesses. We want the public to show up and support these businesses and get to know these businesses, so that way they patron them.
The ribbon cuttings, those are also fun. Those are great, and I like to attend those. Are they usually at a certain time or date or day?
They're typically going to be on a Thursday afternoon or Friday morning.
Okay.
Specifically because that's the perfect opportunity to get our representatives, our mayor, our city council, our county supervisor, or their representatives to attend. So, not only is the community getting to know them, but the political bodies that represent them also get to see the businesses that are in their districts.
Perfect. And all of this is on the website or Instagram or social media, correct?
Yes. And yes.
Yes.
There's almost no reason anyone should not know what's going on in this community if you're paying attention to our emails or social media. We have 2 social media accounts. We have our San Juan Chamber, and then our Visit SJC @VisitSJC account, and that kind of showcases more of the fun stuff, the restaurants and the happy hours and the hotels and, the riding trails and all the things that, you want to catch up on and do over the weekend. So.
Yep. That's so much fun. It's like the Chamber of Commerce. It has so much to offer. There's a board. There's a board that, Ben reports to, and vice versa. They chat and they discuss what's going on for the whole year, and they could discuss the business. And then there's ambassadors. Yes. So there's ambassadors that are people that want to volunteer their time and help the Chamber of Commerce in its growth. And they're always looking for some good ambassadors to come in.
Always need volunteers, especially as we grow. We have more membership to serve.
Yes, and that's the thing. So there's always more opportunity to be a part of the Chamber of Commerce, which I always support. Like I said, being part of San Clemente, San Juan, and Dana Point. I like to be a part of others, but it's really hard to be everywhere. You do try, though. I see you're out and about in town. That is.
Yeah.
And that's also another thing with your role is to be out and about to support the businesses and to show that the chamber is present and around why the community is growing, right?
Well, you can't really support the businesses, from afar or, me hiding in this office. You have to be present out and about around town to see what their challenges are, see what they're selling, seeing what's different. I could get a lot done just walking around town and learning, who brought in a new chef and, who's going into this retail space here, or what office is opening here, and what's their business, what did they do, what kind of attorney are they, there's a new plumber here. Even a lot of fixing. I've been on the streets and get pulled into a business, and there's a sewage spill or something that's coming from another unit, and fortunately I happen to know the contact of the other unit and the property manager, and I can coordinate and help mitigate and coordinate also maybe parking issues that are happening with the city and maybe a specific business. Just a lot of issues that come up, where a business owner might just pull you aside and just say, hey, I need a new sous chef. Do you know anyone who make a good hostess? Or there's a sewage smell, coming from next door, and and I could say, hey, I actually have the answer. I know an enzyme that's going to fix that smell. I know,
You know a contact.
yeah, I know a contact. I know a chef that's just moved to town. I like to think of the chamber as this very very odd hodgepodge of a Rolodex of resources.
Oh, that's a good point, a Rolodex, because it's a networking for businesses and residents, but you're also a problem solver for these businesses that need other resources to help with initiatives, to help with the basic thing of staff, to help with taxes or getting things through, or parking or whatnot. So you are a wealth of information, and that's why you need to be out and about, and you always are out and about. So I think you're doing a fantastic job with the chamber as it's growing, because it's over 100 years old, so it's a good thing. It's got a good history behind it. So
yeah, a lot of challenges with chambers today is people find them that they might not be relevant anymore. In the age of Google and Yelp, and I consistently find that it's actually just not true. Even Friday, I was in the office a little later than I normally am, and I had someone who just moved to town. She just moved from Venice Beach, and with her daughter and her husband, and wanted to know everything about town. Where can she find a new Pilates studio? Where she can go to yoga. She ended up reporting back that she went to the Peace Dome over at the Ecology Center, and made a whole new set of friends over there.
Oh, good.
Wanted to know, where's your favorite Mexican food in town? And I need a plumber, and I need this. I need these different services. Everything that someone might need when they relocate to town. And who do you trust? Who do you know? Who's involved in this community that I just moved into? And so that's where the chamber becomes a resource to not just fellow businesses or the residents, but new people that have come to town or people that are visiting.
Yeah.
It's interesting how many people called who are going to be coming to town. They want to know what's the best way to get to town, what to see, when to see it, what time do the swallows wake up.
Yeah, see, you're a visitor center. I will tell you, when I travel too, I do look for a chamber of commerce, and I do poke my head in there if they're open to go ask some questions or to grab some material if I'm not familiar. But you're right, it is very still relevant.
Yes. I did this recently, actually. I usually visit a chamber here and there if I have the time.
Oh yeah.
Paso Robles. I went on a little wine tasting trip, and I was with a couple of friends, and they're kind of like, "Why are you dragging us to a chamber of commerce?"
Yes.
They were so happy when we left, because that visitor center gave us handfuls of free tastings, tasting cards all over town.
See?
And they were like, "We would have never gotten that or known where to go."
Yep.
To try new places if we hadn't gone in that building. And so I would say, yeah, chambers are still relevant and still provide a service that you're not going to get with an AI search.
That's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true. What do you see as the biggest strength of the San Juan Capistrano business and community?
Our diversity.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very true.
On multiple levels.
Okay.
Our diversity in the different types of industry that we have, our diversity in the different types of culture that we have that are all supported and upheld by history and modern infrastructure as well.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Good answer.
We represent so many different types of industry. We have, I'll start from the South. We have our car, all of our car dealerships.
True.
We have very active equestrian community. We are known for a lot of our private schools. And then, we have our dining and our shopping. So we have our visitor and tourism. We have a lot of assisted living facilities. So that's an entire industry that's, big business here in town. We have different cultures born out of our beautiful mission, our jewel of the missions, Mission San Juan Capistrano. So we have the cultures of being, a very proud Mexican heritage, our Native American tribes, as well as, a lot of our, European colonial ancestry that, all settled this area, and all supported by, this infrastructure of, everything that not only that the mission brought to it, but everything that brought to it after that with, you can access our town by Metrolink and Pacific Surfliners or rail, the I-5 freeway, that runs up and down the spine of California, happens to conveniently come right through town, which gives us access to both beautiful beaches in Southern California, as well as easy access up to John Wayne Airport, perfectly situated between Los Angeles and San Diego. I mean, you couldn't have probably picked a better location to plant your business.
Very, very true. The way you just said it, I'm sold. I'm sold. So with the businesses then, is there, and we talk about the chamber supports and business and everything, is there a success story that stands out to you since you've been here at the chamber that you'd like to share regarding connections?
There's a lot.
I know, yeah.
There's a lot. And it's actually, it's not only just the privilege, but it's the honor of my job position is to watch businesses, thrive and grow. But I can pick one. And it was actually when I first started in San Juan. It was the first member I actually brought on, was actually Pacific Pearl Cafe.
Oh, love.
Chef Michael Campbell.
Yes.
He was the first member that I brought on when I came onto staff here. And we had his ribbon cutting.
Yeah.
And he was we introduced him to Harrison Taylor.
Yes, I remember. I was right there, actually.
Yeah. And that blossomed into a relationship where now he has Kappas, and he also does all the catering for the Swanner House. Yes. Kappas that opened at the food hall at the new River Street. So, now he has 2 food locations, eateries, and it's helped his catering business blossom and bloom. And
that's a good story because I remember that conversation. I remember Harrison outside. And Chef Michael is one of my favorites. Pacific Pearl. Yeah. It's the what do I always get? The hibiscus cranberry shortbread. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chef Michael.
Yeah,
it's my favorite.
Well, now he has 2 food concepts and a blossoming catering business, and that wouldn't have happened without his start in the chamber. And I'm not sure if he knows that, but from me watching from just a simple ribbon cutting to the introductions that were made, now he's kind of a household name in town as some of the best food.
He's great. He's great. Makes me want to go see him today on my way home because he's walking distance from my house. Pacific Pearl is. Yeah. So, well, that's a good story.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm not going to put you, well, actually, I'm going to put you on the spot. Can you name a hidden gem in San Juan Capistrano that someone should go to or should discover, visit, etc.? Take it as you want. A hidden gem can be anything.
I can think of it's not so hidden. It's actually in public sight.
Okay.
And I don't think it's going to be hidden that much longer. With some of the exciting things that are going to be happening. And it's actually the Rancho Mission Viejo Riding Park.
Very good call.
Yeah. I think the community, might not know that, all the horse jumping shows and activities are happening down there on a daily basis are open and free to the public. And I think that with some of the changes with the new operator that's come into the riding park, it's going to be a lot more inviting to the community as they, do some infrastructure changes and, erect a new coffee shop and, visitor viewing areas like that to watch the shows. But they had show over the weekend, and it was great to see the parking lot even more full of people from the local community, not just people participating in shows, but local community people coming out and watching the shows. I would expect them to probably do that next weekend as well. So it's a hidden gem. Every time I talk to people, they said, "Oh, I didn't know it was open to the public."
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is a hidden gem. Not so much anymore.
Yeah, I think the secret's getting out.
It is.
Yeah. But I'm very, very excited for this because there's such a huge economic driver of equestrian overall in San Juan is a huge economic driver. I actually just looked up a report from Chapman University.
That's where I went.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yep, Chapman alumni.
Yeah, the economic impact of equestrian in the community is kind of the unsung hero of economic drivers in San Juan. I actually was printing out an economic impact report and kind of summarizing it earlier this morning, and actually it's here on my desk. And it's actually rather interesting.
Okay.
Without mentioning the horse shows and the competitions that are happening at the riding park, just considering board, leasing, supplies for the horses, and the meals. Horses eat a lot. I don't know if you knew that.
Yes, they do.
The economic impact of having not only just our residents, but a lot of non-residents board their horses here in San Juan, which means that's outside dollars from outside communities coming into San Juan. It's $38 million being pumped in the community. Now, add the horse jumping shows, competitions like the ones that are happening right now this last weekend and next weekend. Once you quantify lodging, food and beverage that all the people from out of town, the competitors are going to be eating, and then the retail, state and local tax revenue, $11.8 million. A total economic impact, $108 million into San Juan. And we expect that to grow.
Yeah, exactly. With everything going on.
Yeah.
Especially over there.
Yeah.
Riding park.
Yeah. New concerts that are going to be coming in. Miranda Lambert next month.
Yep. That would be great.
Yeah.
That's great. I've got my ticket.
Yeah. So, San Juan is a boomtown again.
Very nicely said. Well, thank you again. As I said earlier, I appreciate you, appreciate what you've been doing with the Chamber, appreciate the Chamber of Commerce in general. I will always be a supporter of it. So I wish everyone all the best in their business and their success. Please take advantage of the San Juan Capistrano Chamber of Commerce. Be a member, supporter, donator, come to the events, be part of the community because you will see the value once you become part of it. So look forward to seeing people at Chamber events. I look forward to seeing the businesses in the community grow with the support of the Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, as always.
No, thank you.